inside that building, you never came. The Bolshoi is under repair, but they advertise concerts. Now, don't laugh. Britney sold out her Moscow concert and also one in St. Petersburg. The women in Moscow are absolutely beautiful. And on my visit to the Pushkin Museum, I saw a woman that was so stunning. I was captivated. I decided then and there I had to bring her home. But the differences were so great. Cultural, differences in station. She was very shy. She didn't speak a word. But I persisted, and I did bring her home. And this is the Princess Baryatinskaya, one of the most beautiful sculptures I have ever seen in any museum. Here's the princess again, and in the background is Prince Yusupov. It was his fortune that created this building, the Pushkin Museum, a fantastic collection of European art. There's another museum called the Tretyakov Gallery that has Russian art. Not far is Arbat Street, and this is a wonderful street filled with caricature painters, coffee shops, souvenir shops. This is a place where you can hang out and meet the locals. So what are the Russian people like? They're very active. They're friendly, but they don't make a big deal out of tourists. Moscow is one place where you won't be assailed by people wanting to sell you $5 Rolex watches. And they adore their culture. We went to the Bolshoi Opera, the Bolshoi Ballet, the Obraztsov Puppet Theater, the new ballet, and several concerts. And every theater is filled every night. They drink in the rich heritage of their culture. The Moscow Metro is justly famous. Each station has a particular theme. This is Partizanskaya, and partisan, worker. This is dedicated to workers, so you have monuments and plaques all about that theme. The Ismailova flea market is nearby, and here's where you can get the famous Matryoshka nesting dolls. This is the largest one they sell. It's got 19 others inside it. And of course they had Obama dolls. But the point is that, you don't even have to go to Moscow to get one of these. They're available all over the world. So how can one prove that one went to Moscow? Let me show you. Here's a nice flask with Lenin and this hammer and sickle. You can only get this in Moscow. And my favorite, Soviet underwear. Now you know I went to Moscow. Another site that's not to be missed is Kolomenskoye. This was the summer residence of the Tsars. And in a city that's filled with beautiful cathedrals, with domes of all colors and sizes, this one stands out. The blue of the domes is absolutely striking. One of the reasons I went to Moscow, and I call it a pilgrimage, is because I wanted to visit two cemeteries. Novodevichy has some of the most famous cultural icons in the city. It's a convent, and it's got some incredible graves. This is Fyodor Shaliapin, and he was one of the most famous Russian bases at the Bolshoi. This is Ivan Kozlovsky, the beloved tenor of the Bolshoi. For you ballet fans, this is Galina Ulanova, one of the greatest of the Russian dancers. And for Dan, Shostakovich is great, one of the greatest composers. But you notice it's not as elaborate as some of the others. And they also have other heroes. This is Beskov, a great soccer player and coach. And you see that he has two of his fans who will be with him forever. In the Armenian cemetery, we placed flowers on the grave of Garik's father, Pavel Lisitzin. And we sat there for a while communing with that wonderful artist. And then we went to his apartment, and I was able to walk into his study. It was an absolute thrill to be in Pavel Lisitsin's study with all of his artifacts and a statue of Wagner. So he had taste, besides being great. So there I am in Pavel Lisitsin's study, and it was a really great thrill. And then we had a dinner at the dacha of, this is Karina. Her husband has a beautiful country place. And this is my friend Garik, and his brother Ruben, and this is Mamichka. This is Pavel Lisitsin's wife. She's 93 years old, an absolutely wonderful lady. The first time she met me, she sat me down and told me a joke about George Washington in English. Wonderful lady. Wonderful lady. This was a great day. And it was my pleasure to let this family, who had accepted me as a friend and a brother, let them know that their beloved Pavel, his artistic legacy, will be continued for generations. That was my pilgrimage to Moscow. Thank you.